going out of their way. No, in my personal opinion, it is degenerate when a man 30 plus intentionally seeks out women in their
20s?
early 20s
Nothing is wrong
to
with
late
that.
teens
Okay, listen.
to seduce
Stop
them
it.
for
Stop
a
it right
certain
there.
reason.
Stop it right there. Wrong. You are incorrect.
I'm not wrong.
No,
That's
wrong.
my
You're incorrect.
opinion.
Let me stop you there, right? And this is what I'm saying, what I wanted to tell you before. The reason why you ended up on a stripper pole is because your mind is perverted anyway and it's deluded.
You don't know
so
what
you're
my
thinking,
mind is.
You're thinking
Your
it's
mind
already
is
deluded.
perverted.
One mic at a time. I'll let you. I don't recommend it. That's what I'm saying. If they go ahead and do it, that's what they want to go ahead and do.
Okay, but do you think that an 18-year-old, 19-year-old is mentally mature enough to deal with someone who is 35, 40 years old?
Yeah,
100%.
So if your 18-year-old daughter comes to you with her 35-year-old boyfriend,
that's what I just said.
How does your view? That's
I'll
okay with you?
explain it to you, yes.
No, I'm asking you.
I will explain it to you. I'll give you a detailed answer if you want it, right?
No, I'm asking.
I'll give you that answer. Listen, stop talking. Listen to understand. Got you. Men and women are different, right? Since men and women are different, it takes time for a man to acquire value. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast. Listen, you think what
What's going on, y'all? So I had to respond to this video. I got to give Homeboy his props. He tried to hang in there with and debate 5 women at one time. So the reason why men today want younger women, I honestly believe that the most men that are in their 30s and 40s didn't really think like that until social media came. What's happened is, and some of these women know it, and some don't, because they haven't. The ones that don't know is because they haven't really learned themselves or researched themselves and why they do things, why they act a certain way. I've said this before. Men, we learn from each other. We learn from each other's mistakes. We learn from these podcasts. Give men game. Give men insight on maybe events that they would never even come across had it not been a YouTube video. They would keep failing and failing because they would never get like, man, why is that girl acting like that? So this is why men today want younger women, because after a certain amount of sexual partners, it is almost impossible for a woman to pair bond with a man. Now, pair bond, that word, please do your research on that word. It's a biological fact that what I just said, there's doctors, psychiatrists with videos all on YouTube talking about this exact thing, okay? When you talk about pair bonding or when you talk about past trauma, a lot of these, that's why I just put out a video about young dating should be basically over, because a lot of these young girls are having their hearts broken. I'm talking about being crushed, not because some boy left them when they were 15, 16, but because some boy drugged them through the mud at 15, 16. You know, if you go back to the 90s, what's the worst thing that could happen? If you look back at movies in the 90s and the 80s, it was normally like a high school girl that may have slept with the guy on the football team, and then everybody called her, tried to outcast her or made fun of her. But now these girls are doing XXX videos and sending them to the boyfriends who are in high school. They're sending nudes. They're sending little videos. They're creating those type of videos with the guys. It's getting out of hand. And a lot of these boys who are hypersexualized, they're crushing these young ladies. So when these girls get to college, we already know what goes on in college. I know women that were like good girls, good girls, and went to college, and the stories that I heard, it was almost, I felt sorry for these young ladies. When I'm hearing how some girls may have been with maybe one guy in high school, two guys in high school, and then I find out that, man, like 7, 8 guys in a weekend in college. See, a lot of y'all, I know women that, man, get drugged through the mud, maybe get pregnant at 19, 20, 21, 22, and the dude just ghosts her. And then I know women that have ran away. They ran away from the child. They ran away from their family. Like, for real, like on some missing person type thing. You see what I'm saying? This ain't a game. So when men are saying that, it's not to point the finger at women like, yeah, we don't want you. No. It's our chances of, you got a lot of men that really want to find a dope woman, a good woman. We really do. But what are our chances in finding that woman if we're going to keep dating the same women? If I'm a 35-year-old man and I just, you know what, only 35-year-old women, 40-year-old women I'm going to date. And when I run and meet these women and you got these women that are pretending like they're angels, and then when you get with them, you find out that their trauma starts to seep out, and their abandonment issues start to come out. Like, you've done everything right as a man, but her abandonment issues, oh, we about to cook. I wasn't even going to make this a long video. So this ties in, this right here ties into a video that, you know, is it too expensive? Is black women too expensive to date today? It's kind of tied in. So you might see another video where I speak on what I'm about to speak on. So it was a girl that I was dating. And what happened was we went out on like 5 dates, 6 dates. We went out on these 5 dates in about a month. She paid for like 2 of them. So what happened was every day, I didn't care about how much it cost for the dates that she paid for, but there were red flags that I saw. And there was one where we went to the movies and she held her phone screen up to the movie screen, right? And I'm like, okay, she just snapping a picture of the movie screen. And then what happened was her phone replayed what she recorded out loud in the theater. And I'm just like, oh, no. Hey, buddy. Y'all gotta excuse me. Buddy, you're tip-tapping. Can you lay down? I know, buddy. I know. You want to lay down for a little bit? So her phone replayed what she recorded. So this man that was behind us says, hey, can you cut off your screen? It's distracting me. She turns around and says, you need to mind your business. I sat there like this, and I said, and see, I'm going to tell you what's crazy is, this movie, we had snuck into it. Now, I think what it was is, there was only seats, there wasn't that many seats. So we had sat down in the front. I like to sit in the front, but this specific girl liked to sit up top in the middle. And these were not our assigned seats, right? So when we walk into the theater, we're supposed to be up front. She walks up and sits in the middle, knowing we weren't assigned to these seats. Not knowing, not caring who may be sitting. She's cool with just, that right there is a sign of entitlement. That right there is a sign of, I don't care. Or you just don't know. And in my opinion, if you've never been taught how to be mindful of others, I don't want to be with you. So that was kind of a red flag in 2 days. Two red flags in one date. I even had a situation where I stopped talking to this girl, right? So I just said, hey, man, just not feeling it. Nothing happened. Nothing physical happened. Nothing. Right? We may have kissed once. So I was like, yeah, man, this ain't it. I'm just, nothing. You're a good person. I need to move on. She hit me up in 2 weeks. So she starts to pretend like I got a business idea I want to start and I need your help and all this. And I'm like, okay. So we met up and I think she thought like, oh, if he sees me again, that's going to make him. And I just was polite. And so went another week. She waits on like a Saturday and says, hey, can you come keep me company tonight? Now, this is a girl that I told you the most we did was kiss one time out of 5-6 days. But because she sees me slipping away, she's ready to apply the sex, manipulation of sex. So that's an ultimate red flag. So here it is. I remember we started back talking for about 2 weeks and we went out. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm about to get ready to go to Italy and with my mom. And we're going to go to Italy. Really? Really? I thought we said something about going overseas. I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. Like, we not together. Like we said that back when we were talking. And who says I can't go and see who says I can't go with my mother? The problem is, watch this. See, she's so insecure. This is why I told you about, this ties into what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. She's so insecure. She has so many abandonment issues. She don't know a man that takes his mom on trips. She don't know a man that takes his niece on trips, his sister on trip, his grandmother's on trips, his dad on trips. I'll put my grandmas on a plane way before I put any of these chicken heads. But see, she don't know a man like that, so she thought I was lying. Oh, he trying to get over. He trying. And we're just going out on a date. We're not even together. But see how warped her mind is? At 32 years old, your mind is already, you ain't healed from the past trauma. That's what the guy's talking about. These women are taking trauma with them. Give you another one. Hold on. Was that it on that situation? Yeah, like even with the way these girls, like the way they date. So if you're a dude of value, right? She's never had a man of value commit to her. So what she's going to try to do, she's already in her mind, it ain't going to last long. It's going to end pretty sooner or later. So I need to get what I can get from this guy while we still. So I remember one day she sends me a text. Let's go to a restaurant we've never been to. I text back. The last 4 restaurants we never been to. You know what that was cold for? I want to go to one of the restaurants I seen on Instagram. No. After that point, we never went to a restaurant where it was more than $40, $50. And that's it. When these women start showing you signs of guys like they try to act like insecure, don't get your ego out of it, fellas. Women too. That man start acting crazy and acting like you're irresistible, like he can't lose you. Run. Run. Because that man do not care about you. I've been around these women, y'all, that they go from guy to guy, right? They go from guy to guy. They don't take a year off, 2 years off. They don't do none of that from dating. They go from guy to guy. They jump from, I've had the same girl. Like I knew she was still talking to other dudes. Like no problem. But she's panicking because she don't know who to go with. She's like, y'all got to excuse me. I got my boy right here. He's listening to me. She's panicking because she's ready to commit, but she's got another dude on the back burner that, that's kind of rushing her, like, hey, what's going on? What we gonna do? And I don't deal with women that come off of relationships. I don't deal with women that are unhealed. And there's small things, guys. There's small things, quick tests you can give women to find out if she has abandonment issues. They'll just come out. And I don't want to, this video is already long, but you guys have a good one. I'm going to let these dogs out. But I had to do this.